Hey, what's up guys? Little man with a big opinion here. Today's video is going to be short, sweet, to the point. I've made several videos talking about the new stuff and talking about possibilities of World War III. Today's video really makes me, inch that needle a little bit closer to that. The US has been sending munitions and money to Ukraine for several years now. Other parts of NATO and Europe have been doing the same thing. I made a video talking about North Korean troops being in Russia. That moves the needle a little bit. But almost all of what the U.S. has been sending up to this point has mostly been, to help them defensively. I mean, I still think Ukraine is on the defense when it comes to this war. It very much reminds me of Finland fighting Russia, and the only way that I see this conflict ending is similar to that war, seceding a little bit of land, and hopefully that buries this notion. Well, for today's video, I think that number ticks closer to a World War III scenario, because the U.S. is sending long-range missile systems, and we've given our okay to use them in Russia. Not like really close to the border to, make the defense easier, or, we're destroying an ammo depot or something like that. They have straight up said, these missiles can be used almost all over Russia, and Ukraine can, fire them at Russia how they see fit. This is probably as close as the U.S. can get to saying that we are using our assets to fight Russia without us physically having troops on the ground. What does this mean as a prepper? Well, it means things, might be getting worse. It sends a very mixed message, because this is all coming from the outgoing administration. They're counting down the days that they are in charge of dealing with this, and the Trump administration going into it have, talked heavily about ending wars and moving on. And this is kind of a coin flip on what the next administration would want to do, and I feel like it's going to make things more difficult. So your regular prepping, our rain's finally coming, your regular prepping shouldn't stop. And while I don't think a World War III is going to have a war fighting function on our soil, it's still going to disrupt a lot of things. So, your food, your water, your medical. It's not really part of this video, but I donate plasma, and I got a message saying that there's a industry-wide shortage of saline. So instead of them giving us saline back after our donation, they're going to do a electrolyte and make us sit there for 15 extra minutes. So I don't really know where saline comes from, but that's an everyday commodity that if a war popped up, that's one of those things that are going to go away. So stack to the rafters, pay attention to what's going on in the news, work with your mags, get your plans figured out, because I think the needle for World War III is moving closer and closer to that point. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. And with that, catch you in the next one.